Okay, hello there viewers. So let's continue with our how to sketch graph series. Okay, I want you to have a look on this normal exponent graph, and I want you to do it this way. Okay, your left hand, please hold it here, and your right hand, please hold it here. Okay, I'll make it zoom out a bit for you to see. Alright, I'm holding this way. Now my right hand holding here, doesn't move, but only my left hand, I flip the graph. Okay, I flip, not rotate, not this way, but I'm flipping. I'm changing here. Alright, and you can see the graph behind it if you draw by marker pen. If you don't draw by marker pen, try to find a source of light and stick to that. Gosh, something happened here. If you don't draw by marker pen, just do it like this. Find a source of light and go over there. Right, and you can see here this graph as we have done here. This looks very similar to something. You have seen this graph before. What do you think is it? It's a long graph. So yeah, you can see exponent graph and the long graph, we can change it to each other. In fact, I can draw them something like this, where this is the exponent and this is a ln. And yes, if I put y equals to x over there, so they are a mirror image of each other. Yes, ln and an exponent graph, they are inverse of each other. Ln exponent graph and ln x, they are inverse of each other. So you can use this technique if you want to find the inverse graph. And you can see a few more interesting facts. If exponent I intersect at here, 1, the ln I intercept over here at 1. So it changed x to y, y to x. You can see also here the exponent graph have asymptote y equals to 0. A ln graph here has asymptote x equals to 0. So they are mirror image of each other. So not just that. And you can see here the exponent graph, the domain and range, and the domain and range for ln as well. They switch, they flip among each other. So yes, if you want to draw a graph and to find the inverse, this is how you do. You flip them up. Okay? Don't trust me? Yeah, we can try other questions. Okay, for our final example, I'm giving you a quadratic and a square root graph. But for this quadratic, it has a bit of special rules. You see here the x is more or equals to 1. Alright? So that means if I draw a quadratic, so it's only one of the sides, not all of them. Okay, let's say if this is the quadratic, so let's say here, so if x equals to 1, so we just want this side of graph, we do not want this one. Okay, never mind. So this is the inverse I have calculated for you by using completing the square. You may try it out. And the question, we just want to draw both of them, sketch both of them on the same axis. Okay, so let's have a look. Which one do you think is easier for you to draw, the first one or the second one? Well, if you want to draw the quadratic, you need to find the minimum point and the turnover around and everything. But for square root graph, well, we have studied a lot, so this is a lot easier for you to draw. I mean, you just check this one here, where the inside is equal to 0, and then plus 1 here is just shifted up. Alright, so I've calculated for you, and this is what we got. Okay, so from here then, we need to draw the inverse. We find the f inverse. Now we want to find the fx. How do we draw? Well, just hold this one, the left hand hold at the top, the left hand hold at the bottom of the paper, and now just flip it up. Okay, so that's the quadratic graph for fx. So now you combine both of them and you got this one. Boom. And as you can see here that the intersect is the same line, is on the line of y equals to x. Alright? You need to draw that one perfectly well. If not, you're going to lose your marks. Okay, and you can see as well that this one 1 and negative 3 over 2. This one is at y, this one is at x. They switch place. The 1 goes to x, the x goes to y. Alright, so they just flip the characteristics. The same goes as well for the domain and range. I've mentioned it just now multiple times. So yeah, you can see here that the domain for domain for fx is 1 bigger than 1 until infinity. So it's here. It can also goes to this one as well for the range of this guy, range of f inverse square root. Right, you may find this by yourself. Okay, that's all for. Okay viewers, the flip technique what I just taught you just now is one of my favorite part of mathematics where you just ingeniously just switching them around and you can find the answers quite easily. But of course, the main question comes, can you use it in exams? Well, this is what I always advise people. Make sure you put the smart guy in front of the examination row, and whenever he's trying to do the graph question, give a loud cough and other people get ready from behind. So when he tries to flip the questions, find the right source and the other people can copy him. If you ever get kicked out from the exam halls, do let me know. We'll do an Instagram live chatting with you. Okay, but here, seriously, sir, can I use it in exams? Yes, in a way. Okay, why am I saying that? I've seen it with my own eyes. I've taught this technique to one of my students, and then the student, she did it in exams. It's early part of the exam, and it's just like 30 minutes, and suddenly she raised her hand and she asked for a paper. I was there. I was in the exam hall, and in fact, I was the one who gave the paper to her. When she raised her hand to ask for papers, people were shocked. Like, it's just 30 minutes and she already asked for papers, and people were like, oh, but this girl is so badass. I was shocked as well. So when I hand out the paper for her, I was worried and surprised why she asking for paper a bit too early. And then I realized, oh, there's a graph inverse question. Maybe she's going to flip it in the exam hall. So I was wondering, will it work? Will she actually... What happened if she raised her paper to the light source and people can see it? Well, she was a bit of a shy girl, and this is what happened in exams. And I was actually behind. She was doing her work. I was standing right behind her, a few meters away, just because I want to know curiously what happened. She did it this way, right? So hopefully the camera can record it. Well, she drew on her paper, and then she flipped it, and she was watching it this way. Well, that's the true story. I don't lie to you. So yeah, it's doable in exams in a way. If you ever get kicked out in the exam halls, do let me know. Alright. Okay. That's all. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just drop down below and I'll answer them for you. Don't worry. I'll be there for you. Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye.